r/AskReddit, how do you deal with being really sensitive? Silence helps. Walking away from a hurtful situation is also useful. Writing down my own feelings and then rereading is cathartic as well. Fantasizing about slapping the jerk out of the person is another coping mechanism for me. But I really wish I could go around with this warning label that said, overly sensitive and emotional, tread with caution. Think long and hard about what I'm feeling and why I'm feeling it before I act or speak on my feelings. By gaslighting myself. Meditate. Being an older male. I grew up in the 70s and 80s when grown-ups told us to suck it up, walk it off, run some dirt in it. I played sports and I never had a coach that wasn't screaming at us constantly. I guess we just dealt with it. And sometimes in unhealthy ways. I have a step-grandson now, never had kids, 2 grown stepsons, and I refuse to raise him that way. A lot of crying on the inside during the engagement, then when I am alone the real tears flow. Exposure therapy. Sensitive ASF, military nurse, partner is brutally honest about me. Get burnt and get thicker skin. I get my feelings hurt really easily. I take things the wrong way far too often. For the longest time, I would just kinda shut down, hide my emotions and not talk about it, but my girlfriend pushes for me to talk about things instead of suppressing feelings. I appreciate her patience and how caring she is that she wants me to be able to talk things out instead of holding it all inside, so she can help me resolve things and handle them better, but I hate that it has caused issues with her because I still fall into my old habits at times. I love that woman. But I just try to not react quickly to certain things. Give it a little time to be rationalize things I'm told instead of immediately taking them the wrong way. It's hard at times. Oh, how I just cope, it's a mess. I calm myself down that my nerves don't last forever. I'm already sitting down, meditating. Sometimes my husband helps me calm down. Repress. It's a shitty way, but it is the only way I don't cry or get my feelings hurt like all the time. I was really stressed and deprived for years and a friend of mine offered me to do meditations. I wasn't really keen to it because it seemed cringe, but I decided I'm gonna do it for 1 week and I clearly started having clearer focus, and every time my emotions would exacerbate I would sit down and think about nothing. Feels so good. You all should try it next time you feel emotionally damaged. By getting injured enough to numb it out some. Hot bath and a good cry, repeated as necessary. Why would you ask me that? There goes my day. I take a breather. Excusing myself from the situation that made me feel some type of way. I think about it, like really think about it. I try to get myself a few moments alone and cry it out, fix myself up and get back to what I was doing. If I can't do that, down some water etc. or listen to music. I overthink and I am really sensitive. Even little things bother me so much I often count, write, or clean to try to divert my attention. However, being with my partner and being able to share with my partner helps me a lot. Like with many things in my life, I had to learn to interact with the world as an academic exercise because it doesn't come naturally to me. I was the world's most sensitive kid. I came home every day from school feeling tormented and despised. If I raised my hand in class and got the answer wrong, I would start to cry. Over time, I just had to reason with myself. I can't be devastated by every failure or I will never get any of the things I want in life. People, especially kids but still as adults, often interact by kidding around with each other in ways that are kinda making fun of each other. I can't see every incident of that as bullying or being mean, or else no one will want to be friends with the humorless prig I appear to be. I still hate to be made fun of, regardless of the context, or really criticized in any way. I still hate not getting everything right all the time and people not always heaping praise on me. I definitely have managed to feel less shitty about it, but mostly what has changed is how I deal with it. Like people say, you can't change other people's behavior, you can only change your reaction to it. Dialectical behavior therapy. I've changed so much in a way that I wanted to but couldn't for 2 decades until my psych suggested DBT. I oversleep to disconnect myself from the world. I stare at them for a minute then change the subject like that was so insignificant I can't be bothered answering. Personally, I am sensitive and at 6 and 220 pounds I felt a lot of shame. I have learned though that most things I felt sensitive about were what other people thought about me and who they treated me. What helped me a lot is learning about basic psychology. The more I learned, the more I realized that everybody is sensitive and emotional except that everyone processes differently. If you are intimidated by a bully or even someone like my parents who expect too much of me, it's usually because that bully is projecting onto you. The bully is mean to you because he is insecure about something and he's looking for an outlet. It usually has nothing to actually do with you. Also, it's because it looks like other people have everything together, that is never really the case. Just like you, they're going to either bury it in their brain and pretend it doesn't exist or they're going to go home and let everything out either in tears or some other form of frustration. Even if you can't really pinpoint where your sensitivity is coming from, it usually stems from some sort of insecurity even if it's a memory from when you were a kid. Have a safe place nearby to cry if needed. Come to the realization being sad sucks, then slowly desensitize yourself till you stop giving a fuck. Weed. Thanks for watching. Leave a like if you have enjoyed this video and subscribe to never miss an upload.